Hello, I think somebody just joined. So just introduce yourself before we start, okay? Just introduce yourself, where you're watching from, so that I can have a feel of the people that are here, okay? Hello, good evening, good evening. Yeah, just drop a comment, okay? Good evening. Let's wait for a couple of more people so that we can start. I've gotten some questions watching from the UK. Welcome. Okay. I've gotten some questions already, and I'm going to be answering them. And if you also have a question, then you can also pop it in the question in the comment section. Then I'll feature it on the screen. Then we'll address it. Okay. Watching from UK, Basingstoke. Welcome. Welcome, guys. I will get more people in. Let's get more people in, okay, so that we can start. So what you do for me is try to, have your questions ready. Okay, try to have your questions ready. Good evening. Good evening, guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait for one more minute before I start answering the questions I've gotten. Then, if you have any question yourself, you can as well ask. You can as well ask. Just trying to make sure that everything is going on fine. Okay. Okay, so anyways, I think it's time we start. Just if you have any questions, what are the questions you have about the presentation 2 days ago? If you have any question, just drop in the comment section, then I will answer it. Okay. Then I will answer it. So the first question that I've always had is, are we referring people? Are we referring? Are we referring people before we make money? Okay, that's one question that I've always had. So, are we referring people before we make money? So, if you've also had this question in mind, can you type in the comment section yes if you had this question too in mind? If you have this question in mind, or it's a good question that you would love to know, type a yes in the chat box. Type a yes in the chat box, guys. If this is a question you would love to know the answer to, good evening. Yeah. Type a yes in the chat box if you've also wanted to ask if you'll be referring before you can make money from Amazon KDP. So, well, the short answer to that is no. There is no referring when it comes to Amazon KDP. The people that will ask this question is because I probably think is because they don't understand. It's because they don't understand the concept of this business. That is why I think someone will ask if they'll be referring. Because the concept of this business is you publishing books. This a book, all right? This book has been written for how many years? Over 20 years. And it has sold over 50 million copies. Yeah. The time when he wrote this book, it was not popular. Nobody knew him. As a matter of fact, that's why most people say that it's just the rich dad poor dad is a fiction. Everybody know that it's a fiction. It has sold 50 million copies. So he didn't need to refer anybody. But now we don't need to be the one that will be promoting the book ourselves. We don't need to start begging people to buy our book because we can always list it on Amazon. Then Amazon will be the one that will be sharing it with their audience, okay, with their visitors. And if we want Amazon to share it more than the regular one they do, we can actually still make them do that. Okay. So there's no referring. Okay, there's no referring. So what do you have any question? That's number one question that I've been getting often. Then another question is, can I do this on a COS? Do this if I'm the one on sponsorship. Yeah. If I'm Can I do this on COS? This is another question that has often come up. Can I do this if I'm the one on sponsorship? Yes, you can do it. Because I actually released the video on TikTok, on my TikTok account, to settle, this whole argument of, oh, you cannot do business because you're on COS, or you cannot make extra money except it's from the same industry. That's a lie from pit of hell that's going to keep you poor. Okay, that's a lie from pit of hell that's going to keep you struggling financially, because the information is totally wrong. It's far from the truth, because I actually recorded a video going to gov.uk to explain these things to people, to explain to them that you can do this publishing on KDP even if you're on sponsorship. If you're on sponsorship, you can do it. And if you want to be extra careful, your dependent can do it on your behalf, or you can use their details, their account, to set up Amazon KDP publishing account and to also to receive the royalties. Yes, somebody asked a question, just a very good question. Do you need to pay them? Yes, you do need to pay them. It's just basically like an advertisement, but now you're going to give Amazon the money to help you share it to their audience, so which makes it more eye converting. Okay, that's what makes it more profitable, because you're not needing to set up a website, you're not needing to do a lot of things on Facebook and all that, or Instagram or whatever. The advert is still on Amazon. So let me quickly see if I can show you an example of what it means. Okay, so let me quickly okay, let me share my screen so that okay. Okay. So let's go to Amazon. I believe you're seeing my Amazon bestseller book list. Okay. Oh, okay. So that's been added. So you can see, if you can see my screen. Okay, good. I will get to your questions. Let me answer this first person. Do you need to pay Amazon for them to get your book to more audience? Yes, and it's peanuts anyways. So, for example, if I search for, let me search for keto cookbook for beginners. So you see these ones that they write sponsored. These are people paying Amazon to show their book on the top, this top of the page advert. We call it top of the page advert. And you can see this book has got just is a, see, March 27, 2025. Let's see, and the book is ranked 27,000. So let's do a calculation and see how much book sales calculator. So let's put 27,000. That's a book, right? I believe that's a book. Okay. This is independent published, which means the person is just a regular person like you and I. But the book is selling really well. And it's a fairly new book. You can see March. This is just like 3 months or 4 months ago. And if you calculate, this book is selling 155 per month. So let's go. This book is, so right now this book is listed for $21.99. Now let me tell you exactly. This is a guesstimate. This book can be selling more than 155 per month, but let's just use it as a guesstimate. So let's do book royalty calculator. So we're going to put the data, paperback, yes. Okay, so this is the data, right? 76 pages, and it's 8.5 by 11. So I'm seeing the dimension here and the print length. Okay, so come back here, 8.5 by 11 inches, 76 pages. The price one is 21.99. So what's the person going to make per sale? The estimated royalty is $10.35 cents. So that is 155 times $10.35. That is 1,600 per month from just that book. That's the calculation. 1,600 from just this book per month. And that's it. It's as simple as that. There's no gimmick. It's as simple as that, straightforward. Okay, so I think I've answered that. I believe I've answered your question. The person that asked, do you need to pay Amazon for them to get your book to more audience? Okay, do you need to pay to publish my book on Amazon? So that's another question by the same person. Absolutely no. Publishing your book on Amazon is at no charge. It's free of charge. Why they do that is they have the infrastructure to publish, and it can take the money after you have made your sale of the book. Okay, so that's why I keep saying that all we do is upload documents to the publishing platform, and Amazon will be the one that will publish it, ship it out, and that's why they take a commission out of it when you send the copy, and they release the rest to you as your profit. Okay. What other question? You can keep bombarding me with questions. I don't need to read a book to answer you. I've been doing this for 13 years, so I know every answer. I know I have an answer to every question you might have. So another question is, what does it entail? What does it entail? Okay. So this is another good question, because a lot of people actually hear all these things and say, okay, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. What it entails is you publishing books on Amazon. It's as simple as that. Number one thing is find out what people are spending money on using some parameters and techniques that I have developed over the years that I give to my students. Then once you discover this thing, then you can now write a book on it. For example, let me see if I can get a good book here. So there's a book that I have in my library. Is written by a Nigerian doctor on keto diet, and that book has been there for years. And the book keeps making him money on, as in passively. He probably, I've forgotten I wrote that book, but that book keeps making money because I myself bought the book. This okay, so this book, I don't know if you know Simon Quib or something. Yeah, Simon Quib. Yeah, this book, I got it just last week. I got it last week for £10 because I was running a discount and I got it for £10. This book is gonna keep selling because you can see it's already number one Sunday Times bestseller. So what we are doing, we are just really mimicking a business, a method that has worked for years to make money for ourselves. You publish these books. These books are going to be there for as long as Amazon exists, and as long as these books are selling, you're going to be getting paid every single month. And that is why I said it's another way to create a salary for yourself. Okay, that's why I said it's another way to create a salary for yourself. So, what other questions? If you have a question, just drop it in the chat box. I'm picking from the questions I've been getting, and that's why I'm answering them. What do I need to start? That's another question. What do I need to start? What do I need to start? Okay, so that's another question I've been getting. Okay, so what do I need to start? Basically, the knowledge. You need to have the knowledge to be able to start. Because, and that is why you see some people, they'll say, oh, I've done it before. I didn't make any money. That's because you don't have the right knowledge. That's because you don't have the right knowledge. That's why you have not made money. Yes. I found another person has dropped the question. I have the question in one of my, I have the question here. What do you mean by OPE method? Okay. So what you need to start is to have the right knowledge so that you don't waste your time. It's not just about publishing books. It's about publishing the right books. It's about publishing the right books. That's what makes the difference. Okay. That's what makes the difference. Okay, so let me answer the next one. Can you explain a bit more about OPE method? So OPE method is a strategy I designed after relocating to the UK because I realized that I've been using it before, but I never thought it's something I need to teach people, right? So the OPE method is basically means other people's effort. And what it means is while you're going about your day-to-day activity in the UK, still trying to put food on the table, other people can be doing the job for you. Okay, they can be doing the work for you. So, for example, you can get someone to write for you and you pay them. And the beautiful thing about this thing is why I actually like this is why I actually like them. Somebody asked the question, that's why I got distracted. I've answered you posted two questions. Do you need to pay Amazon to get your book to more audience? I said yes, and I shared the example with you. Do you need to pay to publish my book on Amazon? I said no, it is free of charge. I explained that to you already. Okay, those are the two questions that I have seen from you. Okay, so the OP method is why I like it because labor is actually extremely cheap in Nigeria compared to the UK. So what the OP method means is getting someone to do all these things for you in Nigeria. So they write the book for you, then you publish it yourself. And publishing is just like a click of a button, copy and paste, and you are done. Like this, today alone, I have published 2 books on my account. 2 books that are in review. In less than 24 hours, they'll be live. I didn't skip any question. I'm seeing every question. Okay. If you've asked the question and I'm not answered, it's because it's not on this chat box. Then you can repeat it. Okay. Okay. So that's it about OPE method. So I kind of teach how you go about it, so that you can get people to do these things on your behalf. All right, that's OPE method. So if you have any question, type it in. I'm still answering more questions. So how do I get paid? How do I get paid? That's another question. So to be honest, you have to do it before you get paid. It's simple. You will not get paid salary if you don't go to work, right? You will not get paid salary if you don't go to work. Now who work go chop, right? That's it in UK. There's no free meal in even in free time. So talk less of UK that they are very stingy. UK government is very stingy. So how do you get paid is you have to put in the work. Then two, okay, so if you are talking about how you receive the money, every 28th of the month, Amazon sends your royalty to you, and that is why I always call it salary method, like a salary pathway, modern day salary pathway. Because instead of you clocking in, working 9 to 5, or working overnight, or working long hours, you can simply do this using other people's effort to build your book publishing empire. Why did you get paid every 20th of the month? So that's it. So how much can I make from Amazon KDP? Yes, this is a good question. How much can I make from Amazon KDP every month? Monthly. So this is a very good question. I get asked this a lot, and it's kind of funny because it's like you asking me how many hours do everybody sleep every month. It varies. It depends on what you put in. Is what you put in that you get out. So I always, this is the analysis. These are actually how I explain it to people. I say Amazon KDP is like an ocean. Everybody comes there to fetch their own royalty. So it depends on how much you put in. It depends on how much you put in. If you put in more effort, you get more results. If you put in low effort, you get low results. Registration process is part of the training, and the startup is everything is part of the training. That's how you get started. Funny enough, it's not even hard. Go to Amazon, go to Google right now and type Amazon KDP. You get it. I'm not seeing any question. You said you skipped my question. No, there's no question here. Do I need to pay to publish my book on Amazon? No. No. Do you need to pay Amazon for them to get your book to more audience? Yes. Advertisement, you pay to get advertisement, right? And I'm not seeing any questions from you. The other thing you posted is from Basingstoke. So I don't understand why you keep posting and saying I didn't answer your question. I said instead of you saying all this, just repost it, repost the question so I can answer. That's more effective. So how much do you make from Amazon KDP depends on the effort you put in. There are people making 500, there are people making $5 or £5. There are people making £100, there are people making 200, there are people making 5,000, 10,000. Okay, so that's it. Monthly income depends on the effort you put in. Now, learning from the best, which I can help you with that. Then doing what is required to start making money. That is very, very important. Okay. Amazon app is different from the publishing platform. Okay. So somebody asked a question. But somebody that has Amazon app, is it different from that? It's different platforms under one umbrella called Amazon. Okay. Like the people that are selling physical products on Amazon, their platform is different. The people that are doing Amazon influencing, their platform is different. The people that are doing Amazon M Talk, their platform is different. The people that are doing Amazon Associate, their platform is different. The people that are doing Amazon KDP, their platform is different. The people that are shopping, that is the Amazon KDP. So it's like a conglomerate of different businesses owned by Amazon under one umbrella. The people that are publishing audio books is still different. So you have to go into each platforms to be able to do them to earn royalties for yourself. Okay, but you can actually use your login from your Amazon regular account to sign in into each of these platform and complete the registration. It's just username and password. Login. Most times it lets you log in, then you now fill the necessary information that is required. Okay, so do you have your team that can help in Nigeria regarding OPE? I have my team. My team is for me. You'll build your team, but I'll show you how to build it. Okay. I have my team, but I'll show you how to go about it. My team is working for me exclusively. So I have a challenge right now that I'm doing, that I'm actually sharing on TikTok, from going from 0 to 10,000 pounds from Amazon KDP. So my team, they are putting in the work to get me to that income goal. And I'm doing it publicly. There's nothing to hide there. Of course, the strategies I'm using is going to be to my students. My students are going to get the strategy, but people online are going to see it. I started last month. Okay, I published 4 books. We have not started. We just put it there. We have not done anything about it, and we've gotten our first royalty, which is £4 thereabout, £4 something thereabout. I've done nothing. I just published it, and just from organic sale from Amazon, we've gotten our first sale. Now think about when I start putting all the marketing tactics that I know on Amazon to get my book to show up number 1. Okay, then that's how I will start growing the royalties from the business. Okay, so my team is for me. Obviously, if you want my team to do it, it's going to cost you, because it's going to be like a business in the box that we're going to deliver to you. Okay, so I think that has been answered. Do you have a team that can help in Nigeria regarding OPE, or do we have to look for? Yes, I've answered you. I have my team. I built my team. Yes, you have to build your team, because you can't depend solely on my own team if they're actually still actively helping me work on my own business. Okay. Can this be saturated? Can this be saturated? So a lot of people have this idea that, oh, businesses get saturated. And I always tell people that no, you just need to find what is working. It doesn't, most businesses don't get saturated. You just need to keep adjusting your strategy for it to produce results. The person that is asking for registration, how to register, you get that in the training itself. If you can't do it, if you don't want to make mistake, then that's why you get a training. Okay, that's the training. Training helps you avoid all these mistakes, and that is why it's there. This section is for question and answer. It's not for training. Okay, so okay, can it be saturated? So it can't be saturated. You just need to find the strategy. You find your strategy for it to give you the kind of result you want. Like for example, the strategy I was using 5 years ago is not what I'm using now. I'm using different strategy. Okay, and that is why I keep getting results. So any more questions? I think I've exhausted all the questions I have here. Any more questions? Any more questions? If you have any questions, put it in the chat box. Any more questions? We've spent about 30 minutes on this quick Q&A section. So if you have any question, just drop it so that I can answer it before we call it a day. And if I've answered all the questions that is stopping you from signing up immediately, just let me know. Yes, all my students have. So somebody asked another question. Hope you'll be accessible on the long run to assist in case. Yes, that's the good thing of my training. I give my number to my students. They have my number. They can reach out to me personally. What is the minimum number of pages you publish? Okay, this is a good question too. What is the minimum number of pages you publish? Does the number of pages affect how much you make per book? Who tags the prices for the book? Good question. This is a beautiful question. So, number of pages depends on the topic I am going for. Now, let me show you something. If I did a I did a I did a okay, I did the analysis. I just did a search recently, and if you look at the books that came up, you notice that all of them have different prices. See, 16, 19, 18, 10, 17, 12. So every book, it is the owner of the book that is going to determine how much he wants to sell the book. You can see 13, 19, 17, 19, 21. Now, if you notice one single thing, every book has similar, the prices are in the same ballpoint. Okay. Now, that is one. Number two is you ask for the numbers of pages. That is also determined by the niche. So if a book is this book is like 200 pages and this one is 200 pages, you can see. Okay, so let's start doing it. You can see from the drop down, you can see print length 77 pages. Every book, their length is always there. Okay, so what I do is I look at the average length. So this is 85 pages. Let's go to the other one. 158 pages. Go to this one. 76 pages. So if I put my book at 100 pages, I know I'm good to go. Then I'll look at the one that is 158 pages and I'll say that how much is he selling it? He's selling his own book paperback for 6.60. That is almost unbelievable. I will never sell the book less than 10 pounds. Last time I don't even sell any book less than 15 pounds anymore. Okay, so look at this 76 pages, it's got 1690. 85 pages, 1795. So basically, that will help me to know that okay, one, the pages that they are using varies. Okay, it depends on the niche. So basically, what I do is I just look at what is working and I do it in my own book. It's not like I'm trying to reinvent the wheel. There's no rule set in stone that say this must be the numbers of pages you must put your book. Mm-mm. It is what you're seeing from your research. So, like in my system, I have three stages. I have the research stage, and I have the creation and publishing stage, and I have the promotional stage. So the first stage is where I'll get everything that I need to create my book. The type of title I need, the type of subtitle I need, the length of pages, if the books has images, everything that I'm just going to sit down and start analyzing every book that is there. And once I get everything, then I'll move to the next stage of creating the book. Okay, so the price tag, so this is how the price tag happens. Amazon charges you if it's for paperback or hardcover, they have the printing cost. You remove the print, your printing cost is standard. They have the commission that they take from your royalty. So that's, I think, for paperback is 40%. So once they remove the printing cost and their 40%, the rest is sent to you. So that's it. So what I do is I always calculate that okay, per sale, I don't want to make less than probably $7 or £7. Then whatever the cost is, I'll add whatever the cost of production, I will add something that eventually I'll still be able to make between £7 to £10. That's how I do my price tags. Okay, that's how I put price on my book. Okay, so I think I've answered your question now. This was not there before. I've answered your question now. So any more question? With the absence of any question, if you want to sign up, you still have the slot available. So I'll post the link in the comments. I'll post the link in the comment and pin it to the top. So if you want to sign up, you can actually click on the link at the top of the comments, then sign up right away. Any more questions? Any more questions? I'm waiting. I should be out of here by 2040. Any more questions? Any more questions? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. We are about to end this live call. We're about to end this live. Yes, 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 yes. We are having the onboarding class tonight. The onboarding class starts by 9, so you still can stay open. And if you can't open tonight, you can open tomorrow. You can catch the replay of the onboarding class. Okay. And when is the class starting tonight? You can check the onboarding class. The answer is there. Okay. The answer to that question is there in your onboarding class. Okay, guys. In the absence of no questions, you still have the opportunity to join. All you need to do is go to the pinned link, click on secure your slot, and you can pay. You have three options. This is the your card. You can use Click Pay and Klarna. Those are options that allows you. Klarna allows you to pay 3 interest-free payments of 65.67 in 3 months. Pay now in 30 days or 3 months free payment. Then Klarna is the Clear Pay is pay in 4 interest-free payment of 49.25. Okay. So in the absence of no question, I think we can call it a day. Hope all your questions were answered. Hope all your questions were answered. Type a yes in the chat box if all your questions were answered. Type a yes in the chat box if your questions were answered. Yes, 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 yes. How many class training? I don't understand your question. Also, I'm actually answering questions about the Amazon KDP. It's not how many class or when is the class starting. These are not for my students. These are not for people that are waiting on the onboarding class. You can ask all the questions in the onboarding group, Mr. The person that's answering all the question. And you have my number. You can actually chat me up. All right, the answer of no questions. I think I'll call it a day. Thank you for attending. See you. I don't know where I will see you. See you next online. You can follow me on my social media platform on TikTok. I am very active on TikTok right now. At Folayan Market, that's my handle on TikTok. All right. See you. Thank you and God bless.